Hey everyone, welcome to Craig Duswalt's Rock Your Life TV series, where we interview amazing business leaders and innovative entrepreneurs. I am your guest host, Dean Cain, and I'm sitting here today with our special guest, Steve Love. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Dean.
It's good to have you here. Steve Love, the Love Doctor. No, that's not what you do. You're in the world of real estate, and I guess it's prosperity through real estate.
Prosperity through real estate.
So,
as a real estate investor myself, then and a successful one, we became...
That's key. You want to be successful at it.
That's right. We started a group called Prosperity Through Real Estate 13 years ago, where we train other folks on how to become successful real estate investors.
By buying and selling homes.
Exactly.
Or homes or properties or things of that nature.
Could be houses, could be land, could be notes, could be buildings, could be apartments, whatever, any kind of real estate, or even notes, paper, mortgages.
Paper, oh, that's a note, the mortgage on a house.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it, okay. I have bought and sold a lot of houses, and I've never lost money on them, ever. But I probably haven't made the kind of money I should have, and I'm interested to find out how I could have done that. So if I was going to come and do business with you, what would you teach me? Because I've never purchased a home as an investment. I've always done it to live in it. Is that wrong or is that right? I mean, what would you teach someone like me if I...
No, there's two, we teach people two different things. One is to buy and sell homes for profit.
For profit.
Okay, you try to buy low, sell high, fix it up in the meantime, create equity. Or the other way is to buy and hold homes, rent them out over the long term, lease them out, and that could be your retirement. It could be a heck of a lot of cash flow as well. So they both work, but they're two different businesses. One is kind of like a job, you know, where you're supervising contractors and all of that.
Fixing up the house.
And the other is where you just own the homes and you pick tenants and you manage managers. Essentially.
Is there either one for you that sort of feels like it's the better way, or is it either play can work very well?
And you can, they both work hand in hand. You can do both. They're just two different things. One is for cash flow, and one is for making bucks now. Flipping, we call it.
Okay, so the cash flow one is the long-term play.
Exactly.
That's the one.
Yes.
All right, so do you need a lot of capital or something to start with? Are there ways to do it without that, or is that part of your secret?
No secrets. We teach folks to buy primarily without using their own money or their own credit.
That's how I want to buy, because I don't want to use my money, or I don't want to have that risk out there.
And Dean, you mentioned that you bought and sold several homes over the course
of my very long life.
Right. And you've never lost money at it. And that's a typical statement the folks made. And they said, you know, I shouldn't have sold that house because it's worth this much today. Or I never should have sold that house because it's renting for this much today. That's one technique that one can do. Just never sell a house. When it's time to move, just keep the house and buy the new one.
Now, is it really a pain in the tail to have those tenants and the insurance and things like that, or there's a real simple sort of metric for going through that, or an algorithm that you use, or
tenants are a problem.
Math.
Tenants are a problem, and you need to become an expert. That's one big skill, looking to pick the right tenant. You pick the right tenant, he buys the house for you over the next 10, 20, 30 years.
And do you teach us how to do that, how to find the right tenant?
Exactly.
Good, because I'm terrible at it.
Otherwise, if you get the wrong tenant, he'll run you right out of business. You know, if some motorcycle gang moves in or something.
I would imagine, and tell me if I'm wrong, are family bad people to rent to?
No, families are great to rent to.
Oh, really?
Even though they have kids, you like
them.
No,
I mean your own family members. Like, I wouldn't rent to my own family members.
No.
They're
if you rent
probably terrible.
Yes, because they don't want to pay.
They don't want to pay you.
Exactly.
So don't rent to your family, probably. I mean, if you have to, but probably not.
Probably not.
That's
As a matter of fact, we've bought many houses over the years where they said, listen, I'm selling you this house just because I can't get my kid out. I'm going to sell it to you so you can
kick him out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I like that technique. I'm going to ask you for that one. Now, in this world that you're talking about in the real estate, are there a lot of competitors or a lot of people teaching people to do what you can teach them to do? Or?
Well, there's two kind of competitors. One are other investors, and so we try to do our marketing so we don't have competition when we're buying a house. And the other is, we run this group, Prosperity Through Real Estate, and we are not the only group in town. There are other groups around there. So why are we better?
That's the question. That's what I was getting to. You got my next question.
And I can honestly say this because the buck stops here. We have better trainers, a better group of trainers than any other group like us on the planet, and I can say that hands down. We have the superstars. We talk about rocks in rock star parlance. We have the Beatles and the Stones and all of that.
Those guys did okay. They were okay.
Right,
They're
right.
considered the greatest ever. So
Yeah.
your trainers are going to teach. So if I'm a guy who comes to you, your trainers will teach me how to make the right choices, the right places to invest, and so on
Exactly.
and so forth.
Whatever niche you want. Maybe you come to me and say, hey, I want to learn how to buy apartments. Or maybe I want to learn how to buy foreclosures or something like that. We'll make you an expert in whatever niche you choose to invest in.
The thing that gets me is I wouldn't have to risk my own money or my own credit, because when that's taken out, I mean, that means pretty much anybody can come in and.
Anybody can. It's just it's a matter of knowledge, of learning some key techniques that we teach.
Now, how long have you been doing this? Is this something you've been doing for 5 days or a little bit longer? I'm guessing it's been longer than 5 days.
Our group has been in existence for 13 years. I've been an investor for over 20 years.
So you know what you're doing.
I think so.
Yeah. All right. So doing this, have you made a lot of mistakes along the way? I mean, every time someone's successful, of course they're going to encounter some mistakes.
Yeah, we make mistakes. We're not even perfect today. But the biggest mistake I ever made was procrastination. I thought about doing this for years before I finally started buying houses. And there's no reason to procrastinate. Procrastination, there's just no reason for it. So that would be my advice to new folks. Don't sit and wait until the time gets right. Just do it.
Because the time really is never right.
No.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Now, they have to watch the market, know what the interest rates are and all the things like that, because that stuff gets confusing to me.
The market's, wherever you are, it's always going up or down, okay? And it's always a good time to buy real estate. Always, always, always. It's just different techniques we use differently wherever we are in the market cycle.
I got to figure out where I screwed up. You're going to help me later. After the show's over, he's going to tell me where I made some mistakes along the way, where I could have made a lot more money, and where I will make money in the future, because I have a couple good properties right now.
Cool.
One's in Malibu. It's nice, but I don't want to sell it. We'll get to that later. So when you do make mistakes, when you've made some mistakes, obviously you learn from those mistakes, and procrastination was a huge mistake for you. So now you're not procrastinating, and you know what you're doing, and that's probably a mistake that a lot of people are making out there in TV world. Any advice that you ever received that could pertain to your business or even to life, to everybody else, that you still use in your daily life? Like, my father gives me great advice, and he gives me some bad advice too, but mostly it's good advice, and some of that stuff has shaped the way I've gone through my life. Is there something like that that has worked for you?
Yes, and it's affected me personally as well as professionally, and that's every day. Meditate, smell the roses, enjoy the path you're on.
If you don't enjoy it, it's gone quickly, I imagine. No question about it. Me being such a young man, I'm not that young. I've been smelling the roses for a long time now, because as an actor, you end up traveling and doing things, and I get a chance to experience things in other cultures and places, and I've loved that. And I've also bought houses in different places. Does it matter? Do you guys work with stuff internationally, or just here in the States?
I personally have not bought out of the country. I've bought in several different states. But I do know folks that do buy out of the country. And I know of folks that are living out of the country, and they buy in the U.S., so you can do that.
So all that works, and you can help advise on that as well.
Sure. And we have a thing today called the Internet that we didn't have when I first got into the business that
what
you can buy.
What is it called?
The
Internet.
Yes.
Yes, and so you can do all kinds of stuff. Do you use the internet for a lot of your work and things that you do?
I do, although I'm not a techie, so I hired an assistant, and he's the techie.
And they'll find properties, show you things to people and stuff.
Exactly.
The old internet. That's what he's using there. All right. We're going to figure out how to get in touch with you afterward. I have to do one thing I have to do first. We play a game here on the show, and if you'll indulge me and play this game with us.
Okay.
It's a game called Rockstar Rapid Response. So I'm going to ask you a series of 11 questions, and just blurt out the first thing that comes to mind. We want one-word answers. We never get one-word answers. No one's ever done only one-word answers. You might have a shot. We'll see if this happens. All right. About 11 questions, and here we go. You ready?
Ready?
That's a one-word answer. Perfect. Who is your favorite band?
Oh. Craig will tell you, I go to tons of concerts.
You're out of the one words. You're out of the one words.
I would say the Beatles, the Stones,
Beatles.
Springsteen.
That's 1, 2, 3. That's
yeah.
All right, you're cut off at the Beatles. Your favorite song?
I like Stairway to Heaven a lot, like used to like.
Stairway to
going
Heaven,
around.
that's all you get. You get
When I
one.
was in high school, a kid, I Want to Hold Your Hand, the Beatles.
I want to hold you. Stairway to Heaven was the song they played at the end of the dance, and I could dance with the girls along. That's why I like it. Okay, that's you're failing miserably in the one word answers. You know
yes,
that.
I am.
All right, what's your favorite movie?
Avatar?
That's a one word answer. You got it. Why was there a question mark? No, it's a morning or night
I was
person.
going to say again, when I was a kid, it would have been Hard Day's Night and Help. Those were Beatle movies.
You're so not giving one name. Your day answer. Morning or night person?
Definitely night.
Night. Where would you go? Weird question. Where would you go if you were invisible?
You know, I'd go backstage I'd go to all these rock concerts, and I
You
was
go
wondering what's going on backstage. I'd like to see
Oh,
that.
it's enough to turn your hair white. There we go. What is your favorite food?
Chicken wonton soup.
Woo, very specific. I love that. And your biggest fear?
I think to be alone without love.
Ooh. I hear you there. All right. In that vein, is there any particular word that you love?
Love the word love, not because it's my
Your
name.
fear or the name? Oh, love.
But,
And he is love. Steve, love.
Success. I love the idea of success, and that could mean different things to
Are
different
we going to
people.
go with love or success?
Success.
All right, done. Success. Any particular word you hate or dislike badly? Lot, mucho.
Try.
Try.
Folks are always saying to me, well, I'll try to be there by 8, and they'll show up at 10. And I learned long ago from Master Yoda,
Yes, it's Yoda.
there is no do or do not. There is no try.
You didn't even do the Yoda voice. You didn't even
Can you do it? I can't do it.
do or do. Oh, that's bad.
Very
mine's,
good.
Mine's awful. It's bad.
No,
I
that
just
was
need to
good.
have one glass of wine and then it's great. It's like my Spanish. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most cool, how cool are you, Steve Love?
I'm a 9 because there's always room for improvement.
I got you. I'm going to give you a 8.7 because just because I want to be just an instigator. Lastly, if you could explain yourself in one word, how would you do so? One word.
Awesome.
Awesome is a good one. I thought you were just going with a smile. Not even a word. All right, beautiful. Steve, if people want to get in touch with you and learn how to make money in real estate and how to profit that way, prosperity through real estate, how would they do so?
Well, although they could email me at steve@prosperity through real estate, I get so many emails, that's not the best way.
Don't do that.
They can, but I probably won't see it, or there's a good chance I won't see it. I'll just give you my phone number.
Tell them.
Area code 818-217-4630. 818-217-4630.
That's it. And they get you directly.
Yeah, either me or my assistant, or my wife.
I'm calling you. It's happening.
All right.
I'm going to make some money through real estate. We'll be right back after these messages.